You have just wrapped up your lower body workout, and now it is time to cool down. Let's take the feet nice and wide. We're going to start with a lateral lunge that has a T-spine twist. So you're going to take your opposite hand to the opposite knee and reach that other arm behind you. Come back through center and switch. So you're just getting a little bit of rotation in the upper body, that little bit of a stretch across the inner thighs. Breathing in, expand. So really open the chest here. I know it was a lower body day, but a lot of times the lower body work incorporates upper body strength and stability. So finding a little bit of everything here in this T-spine twist. And then we'll turn over that right leg, come into a lizard pose. So just like we had in our warm-up, now we're coming into the cool down. So this can be dynamic or static stretching here. I want you to feel the difference. Notice how it felt when you first came into this position in the warm-up and how it feels now after that hard work. We're here for 3, 2, and 1. Come into runner's lunge. So I want your hips to be directly over that back knee. The heart is stretching forward. Start to curl your toes toward your front shin. So you feel the calf, the hamstring all awaken. And then you can play with the position of the foot. Rotate it out and in. Maybe you feel the outer shin and the inner thigh a little bit more. Just explore what your body needs. You can even, again, make it more dynamic, rolling forward and back. We're going to switch next to our wide forward bend. So we turn the toes slightly out, heels slightly in. Just be mindful of your heart rate. You might keep the head level with the heart, but if you're feeling like you're recovered pretty well, you can fold all the way forward. Shift the weight into the ball mounds of the feet, almost as if your heels would lift. Rotate the inner thighs back in space. Soften heart, belly, chest towards the floor. You can even bend and straighten a little bit here. Just feel that change in the sensation. And then we'll switch to the left side now, lizard pose. Come into that deep hip stretch here, inner thighs. You even feel a little bit of the hip flexor here, so you can come onto the top of that back thigh, press the top of that back foot down. So this stretch kind of has it all. You get a little bit for both sides. Continue calming the breath by lengthening your exhales. Now we'll switch to our runner's lunge. Once again, trying not to let the hips come too far behind the knee. So you want that kind of that straight alignment up and down here. Hug the left toes toward your left shin. Maybe rotate in and out. Try to keep your spine nice and elongated so we're not rounding in the upper back, even if you have to come up a little bit higher to keep that spine stretched. From here, we're going to come into a kneeling position, supported camel pose. So I want you to take your hands to your low spine, almost as if you're filling your glutes into your hands, and then engage the glutes to lengthen the front of the thighs. You can lean up and back. Try to keep your hips directly over the knees. So we're really lifting up and out of the pelvis here. And the more that you can engage your glutes, the more that signals the hip flexors to relax, to let go, to enjoy the stretch. And then from here, take your hands down. We're going to create a zigzag shape in the legs. So you have kind of both feet to the left side here. Come over your right knee. And it's a modified pigeon stretch. So you can flex the right foot, sort of like you have the shin parallel to the arms here. And just fold, maybe try to lean a little bit more into that right hip. Feel the inner thigh, the outer glute stretch. And then we'll switch. We'll simply come up through center. We'll take the knees to the left, the feet to the right. We'll come over your left shin now, modified pigeon. So this is a great one, especially for strength days where you're not really feeling like coming into full pigeon posture, but you really want that deep outer hip stretch that pigeon does so well. So here you can get the modified version and get that little bit of a stretch without running the risk of overstretching. And last but not least, our straddle stretch. So we're going to take the legs out wide. First step is to tilt the pelvis forward. So lift up, tilt your hip bones forward, and then come forward any amount. So this could be upright, and you could be feeling it a lot. I know I am already. You could be on your forearms, and that's just fine. Or maybe you're bringing your belly all the way to the floor. Wherever it is, I want you to now flex the quads by pressing the back of the knee down. That's going to signal relaxation in the opposite muscles. Last big breath here. And nice and easy, we'll walk it back. So you can cross at your ankles to slowly transition back up to standing. We'll roll up bone by bone, nice and easy. Let's take a huge breath together. Inhale and exhale, sigh. I want to thank you so much for letting Lunae be a part of your movement practice, your movement journey. It is an honor and a privilege. So thank you for being here and for letting your body be moved.